What if the secret of gunpowder, the explosive force that reshaped empires and warfare, had never left ancient China?
It's a simple thought, yet it unravels centuries of history. Discovered by Chinese alchemists in the 9th century, gunpowder gradually transformed from a mystical elixir into a weapon of immense power. It spread along the Silk Road, changing everything it touched. But imagine a world where the Chinese guarded this volatile secret with an iron fist, preventing its escape for centuries.
Initially, China would become an unassailable superpower, with exclusive access to fire arrows, rockets, and eventually primitive cannons. Their dynasties would solidify power across Asia like never before. The Great Wall, a symbol of defense, would be reinforced by a formidable Great Cannonade. External threats, like the Mongol hordes, would face an unsurmountable technological barrier, either being repelled or forced to adopt radically different strategies. China might expand its influence, not through direct colonization, but by projecting an overwhelming, almost mythical technological superiority.
Meanwhile, in Europe, the sound of firearms would remain unheard. Knights, castles, and traditional siege engines like trebuchets and catapults would dominate warfare for centuries longer. The feudal system, reliant on land and loyalty, might persist for generations more without the upheaval of gunpowder-fueled nation-states. Cavalry charges would continue to be the hammer of armies, and the art of the sword and spear would reach unparalleled heights of sophistication. The age of exploration would still happen, driven by trade and curiosity. But without firearms, European powers would find their imperial ambitions severely curtailed. Pizarro's small band could never have conquered the Inca Empire if they faced a technologically equivalent force wielding sharpened bronze and stone. The indigenous civilizations of the Americas, Africa, and Asia would stand a much greater chance against invasion. Colonization would be far slower, more reliant on diplomacy, trade, and cultural exchange, rather than outright military subjugation. We might see persistent, powerful empires in Africa, thriving civilizations in the Americas, and a truly multipolar world, each region developing its unique advancements.
The Industrial Revolution itself would shift dramatically. Metallurgy, chemistry, and engineering were all pushed forward by the demands of producing better weapons and explosives. Without this military driver, scientific progress might take different paths, focusing perhaps on hydraulics, clockwork, or steam power for civil applications, but at a more gradual pace. The world might develop complex machines, but without the inherent lethality that gunpowder brought, societies could evolve with different priorities. The global landscape would be a tapestry of diverse, powerful civilizations, each charting its own course. Warfare would be brutal, but perhaps more personal, relying on skill, strategy, and resilience rather than overwhelming firepower. The very nature of power, of conquest, and of human interaction would be fundamentally reshaped.
A profoundly different world. Don't miss out. Subscribe now.